Alright guys, so we're here in Murcia still. It's been 2 weeks since we got here. And I thought we would give a little update on some things that are different than Zaragoza and different stuff that we've done. It's kind of hard to hold this because I'm not short, but I'm too short for you.
Hey, this mic, I feel
Okay,
like I'm not the biggest
so
anymore.
first of all, the most significant difference is probably the fact that the water heater is on gas.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have that in Zaragoza because we were in an apartment. So tell us about the gas, because I don't really know.
When we got here, we had 3 tanks, and we knew that 2 of them were empty, and one of them was still.
These came in the in the house. We didn't bring them.
These 2 were empty, and this one was, I don't know. It had some.
Partially full.
Yeah. So we were here for a few days, and then, of course, at night it runs out, and everybody needs to shower. So guess what? I have to go buy one, and it took me about 15 minutes to get to this place.
Walking.
Yeah, walking. I took it. I put it on a stroller, and I took it all the way to the store, and it cost me 23 euros to get it. The funny thing is that we used it for about a week, and it's almost empty now.
Yeah, so it only lasted about a week.
And so I called the company, the gas company over here, and I told them, hey, we need to get this situation figured out because we're running out of gas already. And we had called them before, and they said they were going to come over and install it. So the guy came over, and what the guy did was that he set up all the piping and everything.
One person came over and did the piping.
Yeah, so he did all the piping and everything here. He put this on.
And then he said someone else has to come and do the second part.
Which is mounting the meter.
And then a third person had to come over and do a third part?
Yeah, after the meter was installed, another person came over to run the pipe from the meter to the gas tank right there.
And we kind of pressured them to get the people out here faster.
The burner.
Because usually they call one person comes and does the stuff, and then that they call the next person, and they call the next person. But you told them, like, no, I need somebody out here right away. Why do we have to call 3 different people to get this set up, to get gas? Mm-hmm. It's really windy here today. That was somebody else's gate.
Yeah.
We're outside, obviously, but it's like a patio, and so we have neighbors, and so we're gonna talk about our bikes in a second.
Mommy, I want to go to the park to ride my bike.
All right, so the same day, because we put pressure on them, the third guy came and did the final, like, turning on the gas so that we don't have to worry about the tanks anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't want to be walking out, picking
Yeah,
up.
so, but there's a fee. The owner of the house did not have gas on a plan. Sorry. He just fell on the bike, although we've been telling him.
Go inside the house. Yeah.
You know, I always say in all my videos, I've asked him to cooperate and not talk and not say anything. It never fails that he does something crazy. He just got on this bike and fell on the other bike. Okay. Anyways, and it's just laughable. All right, so the other problem that we're having right now is that we have a wood burning stove. I'm going to show you. Where is it? Yeah. So we still have to clean it, and we also have to find wood. They only sell wood by what? A kilo or a half kilo? Or a half? What is it? 500? What is it?
By the ton.
A ton. Isn't that a kilo?
No.
Whatever. Okay. And they come on these pallets.
I have a picture of it right here.
Oh my gosh. So obviously we cannot get that here by bus,
The thing is as tall as me. I'm
tram,
6'5".
or bike.
Yeah. No, it's too
So
big.
we're currently trying to find small amounts of wood so that we can heat the kitchen, because it's cold. It's cold in the house without a heater sometimes. Like tonight it's going to be cold in the kitchen. Anyways, we need wood, but we can't find small amounts of it right now.
Yeah.
All right, so I was also going to mention that school is out right now for 2.5 weeks. I know in the US it's usually just 2 weeks, so that is a difference. Transportation compared to Zaragoza, there were frequent buses, lots of stops going to this. You could get on a bus every 3 to
You had
5
options.
minutes and go to any spot, and if you missed the bus, you could walk a block and get on another bus and go to a similar spot. Here, the buses just don't run as regularly. They run, but not as regularly. And the tram runs on a good day every 7 minutes, right?
It depends on the time
It's
of
a
day.
short interval during
Yeah.
the week, but on the weekends it's further.
20 minutes on the week, 20, 30 minutes on the
And
weekend.
for where we live, it's not exactly convenient because although we have access to the tram, there's a shopping center that we need to go to often, and it's 10 minutes by car, but we have to go way south on the tram and way back up around. It ends up taking about 40 minutes.
Go right here.
Yeah, so we decided to get bikes so that we could get over to that area and also to potentially get to our son's school, because it takes 20 minutes on a bike or 45 minutes to an hour in public transportation, and that's taking like a tram and a bus or multiple buses and twice a day and there and back. And so our bikes, this is how we're gonna get around. So I'm gonna show you. For now, so you're going today to make an appointment to take your driver's license test.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take a practical, which is a theory.
Yeah.
A theory test, which is the written test, and then what they call the practical, which is actually driving the car with an instructor. You cannot exchange your license from the U.S. to Spain because there's no agreement, so you have to go through the whole thing. How much money have we spent so far? Because we paid in Zaragoza. We were going to do it in Zaragoza, and you didn't finish.
We spent 250 euros in Zaragoza, and of course we moved here, so
It doesn't transfer.
it doesn't transfer. I mean, it was a company.
Yeah.
There are companies here for driving schools, like every half a mile away. You know,
Yeah,
it's a huge business here.
But they don't really transfer from city to city, so make sure that you sign up where you're going to be living for a while. We kind of got in a situation with my son's school where we couldn't really stay because he has to legally be in a school. So we had to leave. We sacrificed the fact that you'd already spent that money. We sacrificed it. We think he could have taken the written test there before we left, but he really wasn't ready, and it would have been really rushed. So we're just going to start over. You have all the books and everything still.
When you do that, they also charge you a fee to transfer that to Murcia from Zaragoza, from Aragon, or whatever.
And you have the study manuals,
Plus,
right?
they also charge you an inscription fee. So I was going to save like $70, but it's a hassle. It's a hassle. The lady was explaining it to me. She's like, it's more of a hassle. It will take weeks for you to get it done over here, to transfer over here. And I'm like, okay, well, I just get done with that.
But you can still study your books that you have. You don't have to go buy somebody else's books. And so you're going to sign up to take the test. That's supposed to be today. They said there's a two month wait for the written test. And so then after that,
for the practice, not for the written test.
When can you take the written test?
I can go to the police station or the transit station and take it, but they also have to make an appointment for me.
Okay, so you're going to do that today.
Yeah.
This afternoon, you're going to go and make appointments for that stuff. All right, so between now and then, this is how we're going to get around. We have, I wanted to talk about prices and resources. So we have my son, he doesn't know how to ride a bike yet. So we have a 20-inch bike that we bought at a bike store here. It's refurbished, and it cost, with the additional training wheels, which we're about to take off because I don't think that he's making progress with them. He's kind of like depending on them too much and not working on the balance thing. So I found a YouTube video. The guy claims that they can learn to ride a bike in 5 minutes, guaranteed. So we're gonna attempt to do that 5-minute thing that he says. So anyway, it was 96 euros with the training wheels added on, which were 19. So that's 76, and it's a name brand bike, Romani. So it's a good quality bike. And then we have my bike, which is 26 inches, and it came from Carrefour, which is a popular, common department store, kind of like Walmart or Target here in Spain and also Portugal and I'm sure other countries. And then I bought on Amazon this seat. Sorry. This seat that my 7-year-old is riding on. And we've already tested it. It comes with the pedals, and then the other one didn't fit on right. So we have one on one side, and then we bought one of those stunt bars for the other side because the pedal wouldn't fit that came with it because of the, I don't really know why, the gears or something. So he is going to ride on here, and this is how we're going to get him to and from school, because we can both ride this bike technically.
Okay.
Right? You're able to make it work.
Yeah, I can.
Whereas I cannot fit on your bike. So your bike is, how big is this bike? It's the large, extra large frame. Yeah, with 28-inch wheels, and it was really difficult for us to find. They didn't have any at the used store. The ones at Carrefour were 400 to 500 euros, and we did not want to spend that much. So how much was this one today?
270.
270 euros, and then we bought this today for 40 euros approximately. And they got everything set up for us in the store. It was at Decathlon. That's where we got this one. And we bought the kids seat. They put it all on while we were there shopping. We got the baby, a small sized helmet. We got, each of us had the same kind of helmet. It's a large. And how much were these? How much was that, Jonas? The baby helmet.
I don't know. I just paid for stuff. It was 400 overall. Everything cost about 427 euros.
I know, but how much was the helmet? I think it was. This is the one that I think it was a 20. Because we looked at a few, and they ranged in price from 9 and up. So we didn't get the 9. We were going to get the 16 one. We didn't really go by prices. We went by safety. So we tried to get reflective colors and helmets that would cover most of our heads. And then my son, my oldest son, I had his helmet out here. I don't know what happened to it. I think he took it whenever he had his bike accident out here. But he has a helmet that is adjustable with all of these different paddings in it, that it comes with different thicknesses of paddings that you can put inside of it. And we bought it in the US. Where did we get that, in Florida?
Oh, it's right on the floor.
Did we get that in Florida or North Carolina? I think it's a Bell. Yeah, it's a Bell. So all 3 of our helmets are Bells, and then the baby's helmet is probably a brand that we don't know. Whatever this is. Yeah, so, all right, well, I think that's all the updates that we have. The total price, I think, for everything with the 3 bikes and the 3 helmets and the 2 extra seats is 550 to 600 euros total, and we got them at Decathlon, Carrefour, Amazon, and the used bike store. So 4 different places that we had to go. And that's it. It's cold today. And
it's
maybe we'll give you...
It's a little windy here today.
Yeah.
Usually it's not, but it is a little windy. Plus, we have front cold coming from...
A cold front.
A cold front?
A front cold is what you said, like you spoke in Spanish, English.
Oh,
a cold front. But anyway, so that's our update for our 2 weeks in Murcia. And maybe if something else significant happens, like the driving or something like that, then we'll make another video to update you guys on the things that we're learning and the differences.
Oh yeah, one thing is that Google said that from the place that we bought the bike to our house is about 10 minutes on bike. It took me about 25 minutes today.
But you were riding with the baby.
Yeah.
Twice as long. I think it's going to be a little less when you get used to it, and you're not with the wind and everything. All right, well, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.